Alright, Sauce and Gravy Nation, get ready to tantalize your taste buds. This citrus-infused homemade salsa recipe will transport you to culinary paradise. So hold on to your hats, I'm going to show you quickly how to make it. Let's begin, shall we? So break out a board and your trusty blade. Get a little choppy on some fresh cilantro, enough to make at least 1 tablespoon of chopped cilantro. Grab your balls, toss them around a little bit. Well, at least try to. This is a tough one. Take these tropical delights, 2 limes, cut them in half. Prepare yourself because this fresh orange salsa recipe is so fresh, you'll be crying. Well, maybe whenever you cut this red onion. You'll need at least 1/4 or 1/4 of a cup, as most people like to say, or 33 grams. Peel that bad boy, slice and dice it, make sure that they're bite-sized pieces. Nice and easy, right? You're doing a great job. Keep up that good work. Now it's time to move along to a jalapeno. For this orange salsa recipe, we're going to use half of this jalapeno, and you have 2 options here. You can go with really spicy salsa or just a salsa with a touch of spiciness. If you're looking for a nice heavy kick of spice, leave the white membrane and the seeds in. Don't remove them. If you're looking for just a touch of spiciness, remove the white membrane and seeds, and this is how you do it. You can use a spoon to do this, you can use a knife, you can use your hands, whatever's easiest for you, knock yourself out with it. But there you go, popped it out. Now you have the meat of that jalapeno, dice it up. And a word to the wise, after you play with this little jalapeno, wash your hands. Otherwise, if you touch your eyes, your ears, your nose, whatever body part, better to have the spiciness in the salsa and not in your britches. Here we go again with another set of options. You can either go with a quick and easy recipe and buy orange segments at the store, or you can do it yourself. You can segment or supreme an orange at home. For this recipe, you'll need a sharp knife, of course, and at least 3 oranges. If you're doing this at home, make sure that you're very careful not to cut yourself. It's best to use a small paring knife. A large knife might be a little bit dangerous and harder to work with, but cut off the top and the bottom of the orange. That'll help the orange sit nice and snug on that cutting board and be less likely to wiggle and jiggle and move around. Remove the pith and the skin from the orange by shimmying that paring knife down the sides ever so gently. If your knife is very sharp, this should be relatively easy. If it's dull, well, this might be a little bit harder. Once you have the majority of the pith and the skin removed, check the orange. If there's any leftover bits and pieces of that pith, just shave it off. Then flip it over and work the other side. And this is really not too difficult, you just have to have a sharp knife and a little bit of patience. In the end, you'll be rewarded with fresh orange slices, which I've got to say is much better than store-bought. I mean, if you've had store-bought orange juice and you compare that to freshly squeezed orange juice that you squeezed at home, there's not much comparison. It's all in the taste. That fresh stuff, oh, so much better. So it's not too bad, pretty easy, right? So we're almost done here. You've cleaned off all of the pith, all of the skin. Now grab a mixing bowl, the mixing bowl that you'll make this orange salsa recipe in. It's time for you to remove the sections of the orange. It's a good idea to sharpen that knife up again. You'll see why in a second. I'm going to show you 2 ways that I like to do this, but make sure that you're working the orange over the bowl to catch the juice. Make your first cut at the bottom between the membrane and the meat of the orange, and then your second cut at the top between the membrane and the orange, and then shimmy that knife, kind of popping out the orange slice. The goal here, number 1, not to cut yourself. Number 2, to remove the meat of the orange from that tough white membrane. Here's the second way that I like to do it. At the top of the segment, make a cut between the meat of the orange and the membrane. Then fold the membrane back, take that knife, lay it flat on the membrane, and then slice the orange segment off, making sure not to cut through the membrane. So there's really not much to it. Segment 3 oranges. Once you're done segmenting the orange, take that pulp and just squeeze it. Get all that residual juice. You want to keep that, put it into the bowl. It'll be great for the salsa. Once you're done getting all the juice out, you can either throw that fiber away or you can eat it. So check it out. Here are the orange segments. You can either keep them whole, that's what I'm going to do, or you can cut them in half or chop them up, whatever you like. Great job. Congratulations. The prep work's done. Now it's time to throw this tropical fresh orange salsa together. Drop in your diced red onions, 1/4 cup or 33 grams. Add the half of a jalapeno, 20 grams. To keep that tropical feel, 2 juiced limes, and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already to stay tuned to the latest and greatest sauce making tips and techniques. And this is a perfect summer recipe. It's so fresh, it goes great with grilled meats, chicken, fish. It can be served as an appetizer with chips. Last but not least, some shrubbery, cilantro, 1 tablespoon. Give it a quick mix, make sure that it's well combined, and then you can either have it on the spot or throw it in the fridge and enjoy it later. So check it out, look at the fresh tropical colors. You have that orange, the green, that purplish red. Now for a quick taste. Oh yeah, now you're talking tangy, sweet, spicy, you gotta try it. So that's how you make a fresh orange salsa. Well, thank you Sauce and Gravy Nation for watching. If you found this recipe helpful, be sure to hit that like button. And remember, keep whisking, y'all.